looks like we're getting the card draw for Miko versus Dolly. Oh, that might actually be the...
I think that's a pool up.
That is the next pool. I think they're going to start getting some of those matches going to try and keep us on schedule.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, after all, we have the winner's side up there, so every match is available to be played in winners for the next division, Indigo. I love seeing chat explode whenever Big Boss is mentioned. It's the most engagement you ever get on a broadcast.
Big Boss.
The Big Boss.
I finally had the opportunity to play Big Boss at Beast in the East.
Oh, yeah?
I want to say it was in one of my tournament matches.
Nice. Yeah, we love seeing Big Boss in bracket. You gotta prove who is the Big Boss.
Spoiler alert, it's always the event organizers. Which we want to definitely give a shout out to our event organizers here.
Oh yeah, shout out to Red Note Gaming, hosting this event, giving us so much to work with here with all these cabs and all this setup.
Yeah, got a great team facilitating the event.
Mm-hmm.
I know those of you in production, you're listening in on the broadcast, you can hear us talking. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, keeping an eye on what's going on. Llama takes game 3 in their set against Peter.
Yeah, that's likely happening on the third cab that we don't have streaming set up for.
Yeah, we got 2 machines hooked up for the broadcast as we did for Full yesterday, and then a third setup for moving things along. So we're not going to see every single match on the broadcast. So
we got so many players, so many matches.
Plenty of great games regardless.
Yep.
Yeah. We
There's
just can't see them all.
Simply too much Step Maniacs to fit into a single Twitch stream. I guess those of you who want to see even more action, you're just going to have to fly out to one of these events or drive up or roll up or whatever form of transit works best for you.
Hey, we're here all day. Come on out now.
Mm-hmm.
You're at Red Note Rhythm Games in Las Vegas, Nevada.
And even if you can't today, our broadcast will continue tomorrow.
Wait a minute. I just saw a reference to a twitch.tv/RedNote2.
Oh!
So perhaps there is, in fact, a place where you can go and see even more Step Maniacs today from our event.
Perhaps that match between Peter and Llama, you might be able to check it out on twitch.tv/RedNote2.
Let's take a second to confirm that.
No.
No.
Dang,
I just got owned by Twitch chat. I can't believe...
we got tricked.
All right, thank you for giving me back over.
Us.
See you guys later.
Yeah. Fake news.
All right, or
Well,
maybe
they call it trick or treat on Halloween for a reason, and you just got tricked.
We got tricked. No treats for us.
Oh, we still get the treat of getting to see all these amazing players. I'm just saying, you got tricked.
all right. Really, that was just an extended joke. The actual second stream is Almost Perfect Cast.
Oh, so we do have a second stream.
It does appear to be the case.
Nice. All right. Excellent. So check out the Almost Perfect Cast if you want to see the other matches that we're not seeing here on this stream. But in the meantime, let's look at Miko versus Dolly.
Yeah,
this should be
let's,
interesting. We're
our
getting
way-
a crowd going. Look at all these
Make
people.
our way up the rainbow. Let's take a look at the...
The blue division?
Yeah, I believe we need Indigo first.
Indigo?
I think this is the Indigo. Yeah, this is the second division of the day.
Indigo division,
Yep.
yes.
Indigo time. All right. Miko Dolly.
Right,
Miko out from the West Coast. Been picking up the game a lot more lately.
I've been seeing her at various tournaments. She's definitely working her way up. I mean, she's got the Step Maniac shirt, so clearly.
Yeah, she's been putting on great performances at tournaments this year. CEO, Beast in the East. Really strong player.
Yeah, and it looks like Dolly here, based on the information I've got available to me, mostly a Pump It Up player, so a little incursion into a different game, giving it a try. That's
Very
what
nice.
you like to see.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
love it.
There's a little something for everyone in Step Maniacs, so...
I had a chance to talk with Dali earlier, and she's been picking up a little bit on everything, getting used to each game.
That's good.
Step Maniacs is a cool game because it sort of combines the need for foot placement and careful form that you get more with a game like Pump It Up, which really emphasizes hitting very complex patterns and pushing yourself, along with the timing precision of DDR or In the Groove Step Mania, something of that sort. But it's a little looser at its highest window than something like ITG Blue Fantastic or DDR Marvelous. A little more lenient, but still challenging nonetheless, especially with the form challenge that center panel gives you.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, both players keeping it within 1,000 points. Miko has a slight lead.
Yeah, I believe this is just a warm-up, so it technically doesn't matter what the score is, but it is a good indicator of the match that we're about to see. We can see that these players are very closely matched in their skill levels.
Miko has played a fair bit of the game, to my recollection. Yeah, worth noting also for the inquiry in chat, as for players from outside the United States, we do have quite a few. We've got the three from Norway, Professor Aubie, Doug Fetus, and Yoko. Senpai coming from Canada, although with his American partner and frequent visits to the States, Senpai is kind of an honorary American to me, but he proudly flies that Canadian banner. And I want to say, I think we may have B-Tao from Japan. We saw him play earlier today in the pool prior to this in the Violet Division. So yes, we actually have an appreciable international selection of players.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see a game with international appeal. And getting close to Halloween, it's time for the Night of Fright Spooky Edit.
Spooky edit. Ooh.
So for those of you who were here earlier for Every Little Thing, you're going to see another swing-style chart with this one.
Yeah, we've got the triplets going. There they are.
Dali having a slightly rough start, getting a really late on the first hold, but
actually
Even
managed.
Wilson actually leading right now.
Actually, that's crazy with that early.
And not an insignificant lead either. That's close to the neighborhood of 1,000-point lead.
Yeah, I mean there are multiple windows in the yellow perfects. So even if you have the gold combo, there's a good chance that if you're wide in your steps, you can end up with a worse score, as we're seeing
Dali's
here.
rushing a little bit now and has seceded almost the entire point difference she was maintaining to Miko now. Almost at a 2,000-point difference. That's a very surprising shift to see.
I mean,
Still
that's
enough song to go.
Yeah, I love seeing matches like this where it goes back and forth, because you want both players to achieve their best. You know, if they can just tighten it up just a little bit, you know that they have a chance.
I mean, we saw a 2,000-point lead swing in the matter of less than 10 notes, I believe. So anything can happen in this game. It looks like both players are generally pretty comfortable hitting the swing pattern, though. Coming up towards the end of the song, I think.
Alright.
Run for Miko.
Miko takes it.
And Dali started resyncing herself and getting the white perfects. Just the early drops hurt her.
Yeah,
So-
you can see exactly what happened here.
Almost double the number of yellow perfects, very comfortably hanging out over the early side of the line.
Yep. At the very start, Miko was significantly late, which gave Dali the lead early, even with that first late that she hit. But then Dali started drifting really, really early, getting all those yellows all in a row, and giving that lead over to Miko.
But it's only song one. Anything
true.
can happen.
So
Yep.
I wonder where...
That
Okay.
means Dali gets to pick
Wow.
the next chart. Ooh, moving up to Asian Night in 20XX17.
But we're
That should
shifting
be-
over to Aubie
Oh,
versus
no.
Dog Fetus.
The Norway team kill.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. It's the professor and the student.
Yep. Oh
And
man.
they are keeping it neck and neck.
Yep, that timing is tight.
Well, is this... Oh, yeah. This is, in fact, the song in their set. Funny Love. Presumably Game 1, looking at the card draw data available to us.
Yeah, you can see that neither player has a win at the moment. Ooh, Dogfeet has taken the lead.
Well, the student surpassed the teacher?
The student has become the master. But, I mean, it's close. It can really go either way, depending on who keeps it tight, especially with those 16th patterns and the lifts. Ooh.
Both players doing a good job with these lifts.
Yeah, it's close, but Dogfeet has taken that one. Very nice.
Looking good.
Great job.
All right, taking game 1. Funny Love.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with Albie yesterday about Team Norway and how they're pushing to get more players at like their schools and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think that's really amazing, really encouraging. You know, weekly challenges, things like that, to motivate the players to play more.
That's
Love to
great.
see it.
Look at Miko Dali. This is such a close match.
You can see
Oh.
every time Dolly steps, the score flashes.
Oh, just had a
Ooh.
couple of extra yellows at the end, so Miko will take that one.
Yeah, we did not have the opportunity to see that chart, but Asian Knight and 20XX. I'm certain we'll see it at some point in tournament today once we get to the upper level. The wild chart very heavily emphasizes crossovers.
Oh, yes.
The active moving one of your legs in front of or behind the other to hit a pattern alternating perfectly as intended. And the 17 does not have the same level of intensity of crossover, but you could see from that last glance at the last tenth or so of the chart, there's some challenging crossovers in there. And in fact, speaking of Asian
Now we do get to
20XX,
see it because
We
it is
do.
in the other match with
Wow.
Dogfetus and Albie.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
great. I'm glad to have introduced that chart for game 2 of this set.
All right, starting off with some syncopation. Do, do, do.
Yeah, following that kind of signature Naoki piano lead.
Mm-hmm.
A very common element in his music throughout the years, his contributions for Dance Dance Revolution and now Step Maniacs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more 16ths in this 17 hard chart than are in a lot of other 16ths, or, 16, 17 level hard charts, so hopefully the players are prepared for that and can tighten up their timing.
All right, and coming up into this synth lead part coming in. A little trickier 8th note syncopation there.
There's those 16th bursts.
Down the back half of the chart, you get more complex 16th patterning,
Yeah, now it's getting close.
They're trading perfects.
really following that piano lead as I discussed earlier.
Dogfetus still holding that lead, but we are coming up to the end.
Yeah, I think he's gonna seal it.
And there's your
Ooh,
crossover.
There's that crossover.
Very
Nice.
He
nice
will.
98.
Very nice.
Taking it to game 2. So this is cool now, as neither of their protects have been played yet. So Dogfeet has protected Electric, the 16. We had a little discussion about that earlier. And Obby has gone for a Kalinka Hard 17 protect.
That should be interesting. But are we even gonna see it?
Well, we'll see now, as it's in Obby's wheelhouse to pick what's plays next. A quick rundown, those of you who are watching who may be familiar with the formats of other tournaments, but not this one. Normally, card draw kind of goes from left to right based on a prescriptive order, typically playing the 2 protects and then the 3rd song that's left as a neutral one in your standard card draw setting. We have a much wider pool of songs being drawn, and then the loser of a given song picks what's next in the set. We do another little elimination process for a game 5. But yeah, so this goes back to Obby to make the pick, and he's gone with Rock Slaves,
Yeah, he
which is
didn't
a
pick
hard
his protect.
18.
Very interesting.
So now we're really pushing into some harder level content. 18 is where you really start to see some divergence in charting style. Rock Slaves is very low BPM, 110 BPM, so it's not as fast. Incorporates way more of those 16
Oh.
patterns.
I'll be having a little trouble with the triplets.
Alright, just a brief delay coming up. Long pause here.
Yep,
Gonna see
watch
some
out for
swing
those
patterning
mines.
next. build up to like that second chorus, you're going to start seeing some more off-the-grid notes.
Yep, there it is.
That second set is closer together than the first one, so you got to be very careful about timing that meticulously, but looks like Dog Fetus is comfortable with it, still holding on to his full combo coming into the last quarter of the chart.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of those 24th gallop notes in 18s, so that's definitely something that can trip up players, but they're holding on nicely.
Very low density outro.
And that'll do it.
All right, Dog Fetus taking it.
Student has surpassed the master.
Yep, that 3-0.
Well, I'm certain Avi is thrilled about that particular victory.
Yeah, just a,
right,
I mean, that section is a little weird with the center mine line.
Right, yeah.
Got to be careful on these pads, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop off commentary for a little bit. So thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to provide some insight for these newer players who are just getting their feet wet in the tournament experience. So let's go Team Norway.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right. Everybody say bye, Pilot.
Bye.
Bye, pilot.
Violet.
We'll be back on later. We'll see you guys soon.
I think you're getting subbed out by Senpai.
Okay. I think I just subbed him out.
Well, how long have you been in?
I just came in like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can stay longer then.
All right, in preparation for whatever next match we will be seeing, we got Word on the mic. Wordus. How's it going, Word?
It's going.
How have you been enjoying the competition so far?
That was a good match between Dog Fetus and I'll Be There.
Oh yeah, you get to see it in person.
Dog Fetus is very consistent in accuracy on those lower, or those medium and lower hard charts especially.
Yeah, it's impressive. Most players at that level, I feel, can't hold on to accuracy that tightly. Some of the players that I've played with have never even gotten a 98 on any score on any chart, and they play around the 17, 18 level. So getting 99s like fairly consistently, that's crazy. That's no joke right there.
So, I was just looking at the bracket earlier, and we got an update. Miko has defeated Dolly. We'll get that updated for you shortly. So Dolly is not out. They still have a chance in the losers bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So Miko will be playing Dog Fetus, and it looks like Arul is playing
Gia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, do we have the
But-
pronunciation for that one?
But down here in Violet Division, we still have a couple matches left. We got Yoko versus Peter, which I believe is currently 1-1, which is nice. We love to see an even match. And the winner of that match will play No Switch, No Problem.
Just a reminder, there is the third cabinet being used for matches, and it is being streamed on the Almost Perfect Cast channel.
Right.
But there's no commentary, and it's kind of just a minimal display.
Yeah, if you just want to watch some matches, see something going on, if you've got a favorite player and you want to track them, and you see that their match is live and it's not on this stream, then it's likely on that cab. So twitch.tv/almostperfectcast for those matches there. Alright, this looks like Arul versus Gia. This should be a. Oh my gosh! I see Fly to the Bumblebee. That's a 19.
I hope we get to see that one. That one's really fun to watch people play. That are not, especially if they've never played it before, or if they just don't know what to expect or forgot about what it is.
Yeah, it's one of the earlier charts that was in the game, so it has like kind of a hopscotch pattern, and is mostly eighth note stream, but it's a lot of stream.
So right now they're just getting warmed up.
On Mothership, one of the newer songs added into the game. Ooh, with an interesting little gallop syncopation burst pattern.
We got to see her play yesterday for full mode.
Mhm.
Did a really good job winning the first pool. Choosing to opt out, but that's okay. She put on a good show. Did really well.
Yeah, I mean, she had to save her energy for singles here.
Yeah, so this Mothership is really good to just do a lot of just constant kind of streaming. You just get a lot of notes and not too tricky of rhythms or patterns. But
Yeah, and it's
then-
fairly slow, so
Yes.
you're not going to exhaust yourself trying to hit all the steps.
Both players are pretty much evenly matched in the score still.
I think
Well,
this is a
we have some
warm-up.
flickering back and forth of who's taking the lead here.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because this is the first set that either of these players have played today, I believe. I think they get the full song warm up. All right, that's
no problem
close. All right, dang, that is close. Yeah, 17 to 23, just less than about 300 points separating the two players. Ja Binks. That's his name. Alright, so moving into the match.
Moving to
Pushing
swapping.
over.
the Dog Fetus and Nico.
Ooh, okay. Hitting the beginning. Ooh, the 19. Was this the one that was just added?
I'm not sure.
The beginning. No,
Or
that
no,
was
that
the
was the
full.
full. That's
full
right, that's
19
right.
was just added.
That's right.
But yeah, this one's no joke. It's
Starting
definitely,
off with some quick gallops.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're gonna see that through most of the chart. There's gonna be a lot more.
Ooh, and crossovers. You can tell if there's a red note on the left side and the right side, and there's a blue note in between them. That's a crossover. Anytime you see that pattern, you're supposed to be crossing your feet over or under your body. A lot of players choose to double step it because they don't want to face away from the screen. But doing so, you might end up on the wrong foot. Yeah, Miko getting tripped up a little. Or no, Dogfeet is getting tripped up a little by the some of these patterns. They go fast. Yeah, getting a few.
Yeah, Miko maintaining a full perfect combo, staying in that yellow perfect window or better.
She's in the zone. I mean, about 3,000 points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Players locked in with this 8-note string here.
Yeah, a little bit tricky there with those repeated notes in the middle of that 8th note stream.
Yep, the jacks. If you're not ready for it, then it can trip you up. But
Don't do it.
didn't trip these players up. 98. That's a great score. Great score from Miko. And even, with the 6 misses and that little pattern that tripped Dogfeet up, he still ended up with a pretty good, respectable 95K. Alright, so since Miko won that one, that means Dogfetus gets the choice of the next song to play.
I would expect him to choose one of the lower rated ones. He's
Mhm.
very very consistent on his timing with those lower difficulty charts.
Right. I mean, he did protect Temple of Love, so that would make sense. Temple of Love being a 16, but we also have Spin Chicken. Oh man, that's it for the lower ones.
Yeah, this is a really much more higher. Yeah, we're up into the next
Tough
division
draw.
now, so we're getting the higher charts more often.
Ooh, Candy Pop, the 18. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty high tempo song.
Another new Naoki classic.
All right, so players are locked in. We are ready to go.
Yep. This is being a fast chart. I think it's mostly eighth notes, but being an 18, there's going to be a lot of eighth notes. So if you're not prepared for hitting the button really really fast, these patterns can trip you up. If you get lost, there's not a lot of time that you get as a break in between the patterns to get back into it.
A lot of these eighth note patterns are starting on the blue note too. So they're starting on the offbeat.
Yes.
You start seeing that more in the 17, 18s, where that kind of starts coming in more often.
And it's catching both of them a little bit. They keep trading perfects.
Yeah, and
Keeping it very close.
and the jumps in there. It's high energy. You got to be on your toes. Ooh, yeah. I think the lead is changing.
We're flickering back and forth.
Okay, it's gonna miss. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, especially when things are this tight.
But we're not done. He's already taken the lead back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, his tight timing is really helping him out here. Oh my gosh, the lead going back and forth. It keeps going back and forth.
But Nico will
Right
make
at
it.
the very end. Wow.
What is that? 18 points?
Wow.
18 points.
Bringing it back
Holy
even
crap.
with that miss. Incredible.
Man. Dogfeet is saying that it was an up button that he didn't push hard enough on. Woo.
Yeah, that happens, especially when you're a player that uses the bar. 'Cause you sometimes forget and accidentally lean too far backwards, and either don't reach it or just don't push enough force into it.
Okay, so we will see Flight of the Bumblebee in the Arul versus Gia match.
All right.
Alright, yeah, let's see. It looks like it's one. Well, it's not really. It's not a rule on both sides. Yeah, it looks like it is 1-1. A rule got flying high, whereas Gia got baseline shatter.
All right, and then we're gonna see lots of notes.
Ooh, the jacks. That's right.
This will test both players' stamina.
Yep, there's a lot of notes going.
Gia having a little bit of trouble.
Yep, with so many notes coming at once.
The lead is changing. Trading punches here.
It's so close. Yeah, Rule going just a little bit early, but still keeping that gold combo. And now we're back into the chorus, I guess. The crossovers. Yeah, there's that crossover. Oh my gosh.
But not a problem here. Oh, but no. Having a little bit of trouble there.
Yep. I think she's getting tripped up just a little bit by just how many notes are being thrown at her.
A heavy usage of the center panel as well during those crossovers and those streams.
Whew. Yeah, Ja holding on, even with the 4 misses, taking that one. You can see Ja's got the tighter timing in general, but maybe less less tight on the form, getting those misses. But a rule being a little bit early and then kind of fumbling the end there.
Yeah, that truck can be a little dangerous, but both players very strong. They know. It seemed like they knew. Just sometimes the feet get a little crazy on you. They can be a little rebellious.
Alright, so going back to the other match that we've got Dog Fetus versus Miko. We've got, we have Temple of Love here. Ah, yes, because Miko took Candy Pop, Dog Fetus got to pick his Protect, and he's doing it. Look at that. He's got about 1,000 points over Miko. And he seals it. Yep.
Just barely just shy of the Hex Star.
Yeah. I mean,
Less
that's
than 100 points off.
7 perfects. That's probably better than my score. That's crazy right there.
And already jumping back to a rule versus Ja.
Yeah, we're getting Soapy Bubble at 18. I believe this one is fairly straightforward. Mostly some eighth note stream with some 16th bursts in there.
Both players were ready for that stop and start.
Oh, and these crossovers, they're getting them. Ooh, a rule taking the lead. There's the 16th burst.
Yeah, we had a behind crossover there.
A cross under, if you
Cross
will.
behind.
Yeah, it's so close. I think just one little mistake could cost one of these players the lead. We'll see if they can keep it tight through the later half of the song. A bit of a break here, and now back into the fast stuff.
The score is so close. Less than 100 points between them right now.
Ooh.
Oh. No.
Yep, a little fumble there from Ja. Gives the lead back to a rule.
Yeah, that's a really tricky pattern. The 3 notes in a row on the same panel with a mine at the end.
We've got a game 5 on our hands. Very nice. Yeah, you can see Ja a little bit tighter on that timing, but those misses cost him the lead. Very nice. All right.
Back over to Dog Fetus and Miko.
It gets better.
Which is the 18. Yeah, this was Miko's Protect, so it makes sense that once Dog Fetus took his Protect, Miko gets her choice of song. She picked her Protect. It gets better, and it's pretty close right now.
We're seeing a lot more of those patterns that's starting on the blue notes.
And a little bit of syncopation here and there. Miko
Getting a little early in some of these patterns, but right back on it.
Yep. Gotta keep it tight, especially against Dog Fetus. It's almost the end. All right, Miko.
Hangs on and takes it 3-1. She will move on to the next round.
And Dog Fetus not out. Just moving down to losers.
But anyway, yeah, that will do it for me for now.
All right.
I'll be stepping off. Well, I'll finish off the Ja Rule game 5 here.
Ja
Ja
Rule.
That
What
was
a match.
unintentional, I promise.
What a match we've got. All right, Zen with these gallops. When the center button bursts.
Both players handling everything beautifully. White streaks going in. Rule picking up a couple earlies, but Ja trades a few back.
Yeah.
Still in the lead, less than 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's close. That's what we want to see. Ooh, in the halt here. think it's...
That's not too easy. It's fairly long.
We'll getting some greats.
And then, yeah, Jaw picking up an almost by not getting the lift perfectly.
Both players nail these triplets.
Nice.
Ja will take it.
All right, yeah, that was a close one. 98. That's a great score. We love to see those game 5s.
Absolutely, great job to both players. But yeah, that will do it for me for now. I will be stepping off. I will be stepping back on. So it has been an absolute pleasure, and I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Continue to have a great day and evening. We'll see y'all later.
Everybody say bye, Snowstorm. See ya. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your commentary. Oh, is Zephyr jumping on?
All right.
Well, we'll find out who's going to help
so it
us.
looks like we have... Is that Peter? I believe that's Peter.
Yes.
Might just be
Ooh.
helping.
Might just be adjusting the bar. Yeah, because I don't know
Yeah, I
where
don't
Peter
see
would
Peter
be
on
in
there.
the bracket,
Okay.
except perhaps the the Violet division. Possibly, I think there's still one match there. Yes, and no switch, no problem versus Peter.
Right.
That's right. Okay, so we got the losers final for Indigo division here coming up. Ooh, I'm really looking forward to seeing this because we see Peter just barely won over Yoko 3-2. And no switch, no problem, just barely.
Oh, so it's a rematch from the winner's semifinal.
True. That's right. Peter getting knocked down by no switch, no problem, but clawing his way back up through the losers bracket. So we'll have to see if things turn out differently in this rematch. I'm excited for this. Kicking me? All right. Oh, at 2. Oh, what time is it? Yeah, it's almost 2 p.m. So we're moving along things nicely through the Indigo division, moving through the Violet division, or the Violet and Indigo are moving along. Indigo almost all the way to winners finals on the winners side. Which will be Jia versus Miko. That should be a spicy match, as we just saw both of those players pulling out really great scores on some of these hard charts. And we still got the losers final here between No Switch No Problem and Peter. So I'm not sure who will be commentating that. We'll be playing a bit of musical chairs there, but Zephyr. And you? No. Okay. Yep, we'll figure it out when it happens. But for now,
no switch,
no problem.
No problem. Yeah,
And
protecting Northern Lights and Peter protecting Do My Thing.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so we're getting the 14s through the 17s. We get 3 17s in this match, so that should be interesting. We'll have to see which ones are picked. Starting off with a warm-up of 403. Could just be a half-song warm-up because these players have played before, but they might be a little rusty depending on how long it's been since they played their previous matches.
So looking at the card draw there are 3 of the 17s that were drawn. Burbank Nights being fairly new in the game. Dynamo being one of the oldest songs in the game.
So we got that contrast. Do you want that new 17 or that old 17? And we'll have to see. I don't know who the lower seed is. I believe the lower seed gets the first pick, right?
Yes.
So we will see. Looks like we're going to the S's, probably Stay. Yep, the hard 16, which I think we saw this earlier, right?
Stay, we saw one of the charts. I don't remember if it was the 16.
I think
must
it was
have
the
been.
16, yeah. So, yeah, we can, if we remember here, it's got a bit of syncopation with the interesting rhythms at the start of the song.
So interesting thing about Peter, he only started focusing on dance gaming just this year in January.
Oh,
He'd
wow.
been just a long time, very casual player.
Impressive. Yeah, anybody who's willing to go out into a tournament, you gotta give them props. You know, regardless of how far they go. But you know, these players have done so far is already very impressive. Getting all the way to losers finals, you gotta take some names. Yeah, here's the that syncopated rhythm. Do 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 do. I think it tripped up Peter a little bit more than No Switch, No Problem.
Yeah, No Switch, No Problem, still maintaining that yellow perfect combo.
Yep. The scores, as you can see down there, they're accurate. They're reflecting of the scores up there, but the names are swapped. Peter is on the left side, No Switch, No Problem on the right. You can tell by the player name in the top left corner being Peter. Alright, yeah, No Switch, No Problem holding this lead tight. About, 5,000 points? 4,000 points?
Some offbeat syncopation there.
Yep. Alright, with a 98.
Not what you see very often in these lower and middle hard charts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, those syncopated rhythms really tripping up Peter. Probably just isn't used to seeing that kind of thing. If you played a lot of dance games, but you haven't seen that yet, that it's one that you really got to train your brain to figure out what is the speed at which I'm supposed to be hitting these notes.
Going to Do My Thing. That's Peter's protected song.
Makes sense. The 17.
He must have either practiced it or knows that he can do well on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because 17s, that's when it's starting to become no joke. That's when we're getting some weird tech. The game really expects you to be able to stream eighth notes consistently. And so we'll have to see how things shake out in this match. Ooh, with the lifts.
Starting off with an almost by Peter, but not breaking his perfect combo.
Yeah, missing a lift does not break your combo, but it does give you some, fewer points. We're not exactly sure how many less points, but I would estimate it's probably about, similar to getting a great, an early or a late. All right, both players not being tripped up by these gallop rhythms. Yeah. Like kind of at the end of these eighth note streams, there's sometimes a little doo-doo. Ooh, there's the syncopated rhythm again. But Peter's got it this time.
Yeah, No Switch, No Problem, having no problem with those.
Yep. Holding about a 2,000 point lead over Peter. Both players with the gold combo this far into the song.
It seems like they have a fairly equal skill set.
Very nice.
It's a little bit tighter on the timing by No Switch, No Problem.
Yep. He's taking game 2. Alright, I'm going to hop out real quick. Take a little break. You'll probably see me back on the mic later, but I'm jumping out for now. Everybody say bye, Zom. Bye, Zom.
Bye, Zom. All right, we're going to the third song here. No Switch, No Problem is on up by 2. The best out of 5. So Peter choosing the newer 17.
Oh,
Burbank
hey, I'm on.
Knights.
Hi, it's me.
And
All right.
we swap back over to see.
We just saw. Oh, I missed the scores. Sorry, third commentator coming in here.
As we switch back again.
Yeah. So what did we just miss? We just missed which of these two players? All right. So we're on Peter versus Momo. What's Momo's Switch? Or,
No Switch, No Problem.
Gotcha. Momo is no Switch, no problem. Okay, I've been looking at Start.gg names all day. Some of our players, we've got a few different names we use. So, yeah, I believe, hey, we've got player info sheets. We can know what each of these players likes to go by.
The No Switch doesn't have anything.
Okay. Wow. Right now, it looks like we're actually really close for a hard match within 1,000 points. All of these matches have been a little close. I'm a little sad that we put the difficulties for these first two divisions as low as we did. We could have bumped them both up a notch and had a little more separation between the players. But they're having a great time. We've been listening to them. The feedback so far is they're feeling good about it. They're liking the little bit closer scores, but not the world's. It's not quite a one false move tournament like you get sometimes in lowers.
That will happen definitely at the upper end tomorrow.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
No Switch, No Problem, maintaining the perfect gold combo or yellow combo.
yeah, and that's given him a lead of about 2,000 points. So we're doing really good there on that side. And Peter's still putting a lot of attention in, locked in, gets a respectable score. That's going to bring us at 3-0 for No Switch, No Problem. And who's that going to put No Switch, No Problem against? I can read a sheet.
We have 2 divisions going on at once, so you have to
Oh,
swap.
was that the end of? Okay,
That was the end. I
that was
believe.
the end of the Violet division.
I believe so. That means No Switch moves up to the next
So
division.
the losers division against Noir, which is going to give them an automatic bye because Noir had to drop out. That's going to put them against Dog Fetus in a minute here. So anyway, back on the other machine, Miko versus Gia. And we saw Gia just took this one. Miko actually tends to have her sweet spot a little higher up. She plays a lot of wild, does not play a lot of hard, but she seeded into the Indigo division where it looks like Gia's just a little bit more of a precision specialist. So I think that put Gia at 3-0, didn't it?
I think it's 2-0.
Oh, was that 2-0?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Song 2. Sorry. This is my first time on switching back and forth commentary. This is quite difficult to keep up with. I'm shocked at how good you guys are doing. Heck of a job. Carry on. All right. No, I gotta be here for a little bit. So they're picking song number 3.
Love Arcade.
Nico's gonna take us to the Love Arcade.
So she's picking the lowest chart actually, and not a higher one.
Interesting. She might really like this chart. She might be feeling tired. All right, both players ready. All right. Now I do not remember this chart at all since I last got a good score on it. not a fan of this. Some of these charts are just a little bit kind of warm up to if you're playing harder stuff. Hi.
Players about tied. Both still with the yellow combo. As we pretty much would expect at this point for these two competitors at this point in the tournament playing a 16.
Yeah, Gia is ahead, so it's still pretty close. Both players doing jumps, neither of them bracketing, trying to get as consistent a step pattern as possible. They don't want to accidentally get a judgment off because their bracket doesn't land evenly. They're trying to keep their form as consistent as possible, keep that whole combo, which both of them are doing just fine. They're really close. What are those scores? You can't see the top bottom, but left, right. They're within a few hundred points of each other. Miko could come back and take this one. And we can see the set keep going on. Yeah, we're just about 100 points apart. She's coming up from behind. Is she going to make it? And just barely doesn't. Okay, falls behind a little bit at the end. So Gia will go on. No, Miko is that. This was the winner's final, so she's just gonna go up against. I believe that puts her into a later match against whoever else winds their way up the losers division, loser side of the Indigo division.
So Super Euro Jimmy's asking how's it decided who goes in what division. It's based on seeding, and the seeding is done somewhat manually. We look at recent performances, past tournament performances, leaderboard position, and just kind of a almost like vibe sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of a combination of all of those things.
Right. Yeah. We have a much more in-depth like text explanation for how we've done this, but the gist of it is basically that it's very much based off of at the higher ends tournament performances because we have a lot of that data from those players. But from this pool of players, we're mostly looking at their leaderboard scores and how often they play those scores. Since we have access to that kind of data through a lot of community members. Systems that they let us have big spreadsheets of how many times these players have played these songs and how they're doing and how they progress and how recent those attempts are. We can have a really good guess for like their ideal performance. At least we don't know how they're going to do in a tournament, but so far it's doing pretty good. We're getting a lot of not 3-0 matches, and even the 3-0 matches you can see we're only like 1,000 points apart. Players are being really evenly matched here, so it seems to be working out. And like you said, sometimes it's just vibes, you know. Sometimes you forget that Pilot just keeps getting better every day. He's like an inverse Saiyan. Like he wins a match and then he gets better, and then he wins a match and he gets better. So like at this point, I expect him to just take the whole singles tournament. But right now we are looking at what's going on right now. I believe we've got 2 matches. All 3 matches are in card draw right now. Well, let's see. We've got 2 matches that we're waiting on for card draw right now.
Yeah, so we're waiting to see the results of the 2 losers quarterfinal matches to see who goes up into the semifinals and then goes through to the losers finals that will be up against Gia.
All right. Am I getting warmed up on commentary here? Am I getting in the groove? Mr. Ladybug's here to help us. I'm just filling in here. We got to keep people braked and fresh. Don't worry, you'll have your power commentators back soon enough. Zom will be back with a fresh voice. But for now, hey chat, what do you want to hear about? What's going on? While we're waiting for some card draws to get done. So I see we've got card draws coming up. The Sweet Johnny Cakes versus Cheesecake is getting rolled. We've got quite a few future matches getting drawn up already. And that's from the next division. What's the opposite of What's up from Indigo? Blue, Indigo,
Is
Violet.
it blue?
Yeah. If it's not insanely obvious, the divisions in this tournament start from Violet, and they go backwards through the rainbow through Violet, Indigo, Blue, Green, Yellow, Orange, and Red, because it's Red October, and you got to put the red division at the top, and that's how we make it kind of clear as we're going through here. Oh yeah, our background is still on Indigo, so we're still heavy in Indigo here. Let me see the other division on our little command
Okay,
center here.
so
We've got
we
so
have-
much data in front of us.
Here, scroll down to the card draw. So we have Dog Fetus and No Switch No Problem playing. They're doing their warm up. They'll get a half a song warm up since they're all already in their pool. So we had No Switch No Problem protecting Monolith, the hard 19, and Dog Fetus protecting EMEA, the hard 19 as well.
All right, both players starting off very strong, keeping their gold or their yellow combos.
So interesting, both of these players moved up from the lower division. So Dog Fetus came from the losing side, and then No Switch No Problem came from the winning side.
Yep, and here they are. I do not think they've met before. We can check back on that. But oh, right, this is warm ups.
The half song warm
I
up.
was- This is amateur commentary hour here. Sorry about that.
So one of them will be going home since they've already both had one loss in their division, in this current division.
I think they'll both stick around the arcade. I think they'll be here a little bit. You know, Dog Fetus all the way here from Norway with Team UIA came here with Desktop Man and Joko. He was actually a winner of a Norway regional tournament along with those other two, and that's how they decided who was going to come out here on a university trip. And so that's actually how our Norway team got here.
All right.
So one day you're in school, you're learning about esports, you're taking an esports course, and a week later you're flying around the world to play some dance games against some people.
So both players trying to become winners. See who's successul.
Now, how do they win? Word.
Well, if you have a higher score, you win.
He's got the gold combo. Dog Fetus might become a winner. So the in joke in the Step Maniacs community is how we win Wild 21 is actually a lot of people's first 21 that they get a perfect score on, and it's a bit of a meme that it's an inflection point, and a lot of people chase that. I think there's some special channels on a few servers for if you APC that chart, you're allowed in that group. It's a bit of a meme. A lot of tournaments will warm up specifically on this song, trying to APC it. It's a bit of a good time.
So No Switch No Problems maintaining the combo through this so far. Dog Fetus having the lead though, still with the higher score though. Still very close in points.
Yep, just keeping it neck and neck. Now this is song number 1, so we got at least a couple more, and he clutches it out with a nice 99. Even with one miss, he shows us how he wins.
This is how we win.
Is this how we win?
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome, Issa, on the commentary. Welcome to the almost perfect commentary.
Yes.
Are you gonna carry me through this? I'm amateur hour at this deal.
I mean, I don't know anything
These
about
players are absolutely showing up my
Yeah, they
commentary
are.
skills. I'm not on their level here. I'm not doing them justice. They're all performing amazingly, admirably today.
Checking the sensitivity on high. It's an interesting choice.
He's a lighter player. I see it. Especially, this is a 19 monolith hard. Yeah.
But he
So-
also like ghost steps so much. So I don't know. It seems weird to me that you would want it on high. You could accidentally be setting it off, it seems like.
All right, both players got through the stop right at the beginning there. Maintaining through those first couple jumps. This chart does a really good job of being like a lower level wild chart for the song.
No switch, keeping up that green combo, putting him ahead. Several thousand points ahead at this point. We got plenty of stops, plenty left to do though. So I remember when I first started playing this chart, one of the funnest parts of it is how much it makes you manage your momentum moving up and down with these step jumps. Unless you have amazing foot speed, you've got to be constantly just making sure that you've got enough vertical positioning to where you can just kind of drop as you hit those step jumps, so that you got to be able to pop back up so you can drop down as you hit those.
Both players missing the last step on the instant slowdown. If you're not sure what is happening with that, you might not know exactly how slow it's getting.
And were some of those misses and earlies and lates from being on high sensitivity?
Maybe, but
I don't trust being on high sensitivity. Nope.
I was seeing a lot of just reading errors, it looked like. So they go 1 and 1. All right, what are we looking at? Sweet Johnny Cage versus Cheesecake.
All right. Now, making both of their Red October debuts, I believe. I don't think we've ever seen either of these players compete here at Red Note.
Okay, so these are up in the next division up.
Yep, we're up to Blue Division.
Yeah,
We have made it. We
wild
made it, fam.
cards. We
We're
made it
moving
to the
so
wild.
fast. Now there still are. There's one actively going on in the Indigo division, and then there's 2 more dependent on that. But right now, we're just launching into blue, and a little bit of mix of both. We'll see right now on another cabinet, Arlel and Albie. Oh, they just finished up, so we are waiting on the winner of. Who won between Dog Fetus and No Switch?
No Switch won.
Okay. So. Alright, sorry. Alright. Sweet Johnny Cake's missing that arrow there, losing him the lead.
Oh,
Cheesecake.
another miss, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Cheesecake
then-
just holding combo. It is keeping them through.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is definitely a tricky wild chart.
Lots of brackets. In fact, I remember the chartist for this was just talking on Discord the other day about how they were trying to keep as much from in the groove chart as they thought worked, while taking out what they thought didn't work. They wanted to keep some of the polyrhythms in, a lot of the brackets in, and I think they did a great job translating this chart. Hopefully the players agree with me. They're definitely having a hard time with the jacks. Some of the big stomps are throwing them off. This is not a normal 20. This throws a lot of tech in for a 20. I like it.
I think it's a great chart. I mean, it throws a lot in, but it's also still easy to pass. So you could
very
easily call
slow.
it a
You
20
can mash it.
if that's your, metric by rating.
The density is super high because the song's fairly slow tempo.
All right, we're gonna see what song.
But I'm glad they played Anubis. That's probably my favorite chart of what they drew.
Just a reminder that at the bottom there, the player names aren't currently correct.
I can fix that. I know how to update that. All right, and now we can see their card draw. So they're going for Blow My Mind. Cheesecake, having not won that first song, gets to pick this one. So what do we think? What do we think the strategy is here, dudes?
Hit perfects.
Just hit the notes, as Pilot would
why,
say.
Why are we picking Blow My Mind here? Are we thinking we're gonna win on the easiest? She did win on Hair Share of Finality, so are we thinking maybe the lowest difficulty songs are our forte here, and that's why we're picking these ones?
That's what I would imagine. This is probably the simplest song, or the simplest chart in the draw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cheesecake getting a miss early on here. Well, Sweet Johnny Cakes keeps that yellow combo up. No, much narrower lead now.
Very close. About
Cheesecake
100.
really catching up. About 140 now. They're trading a lot of that late.
yeah,
we're
that
so
hurt.
close now. Every yellow perfect's making a difference. Every great making a gigantic difference here. Getting into some
you gotta watch out
switches.
for
Oh,
the bombs.
those foot switches are tough, especially for 19. A foot switch being where the chart wants you to just kind of shift your whole body as you go from one to another. You're hitting the same arrow twice in a row with two different feet, and those mines kind of indicate to you when you got to move your body off that other arrow to get out of the way. Both players handling it quite well. Johnny Cake's getting a little better, so widening that lead.
Yep.
1,200 points, getting a 99 on this 19. So Cheesecake picking a good, strong song for them, but still, Johnny Cake's taking it. Johnny Cage. Sorry, there's Cheesecake,
Cake,
there's
all
Johnny
the
Cage.
cake.
I want sweet Johnny Cheesecake here.
All right. So Cheesecake is choosing the next song. Imagining.
I mean, honestly, I think Fly Me High is the next easiest song if they want to
Yeah.
choose as far as easy.
Yeah,
That's
Fly
what-
Me High is the timing one. That's it. That's
That would be my choice.
It has nothing. There's no tech, like nothing.
It's all just time it out, easy peasy. Just got to be able to hit the steps, hit the notes. What's the catchphrase?
Just hit the notes.
Just hit the notes. Actually,
Yeah. You got it.
I did it. I got the catchphrase.
Or if they feel familiar with the switches in Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh yeah, Jingle Bell Rock's got it's got the those triples, those 24th notes that can really, if you feel confident on those, you might want to take that song just to get
And
your
then when
opponent
it
on them.
switches to the 16th notes, then it's a little hard to be ready for that. But nope, going with the easiest song.
Do we have player info on either of these players? I don't think we do.
I spoke to John. He's from California.
Oh, no, we do. Hang on. I got some info. Well, it's too late. They're playing the song now. We got to talk about him on his next match. Because both these players in winners right now. So it doesn't matter who wins, who loses this. We're going to see more of both of them. Johnny Cage, not Johnny Cakes. Starting off with a very mild lead. They're trading back and forth. You see that yellow flashing.
You got about 50 points different.
It's
there
not.
for second.
They're trading. And
Well, we got a miss. Now we not trading.
now we not trading. That's okay. It can happen again.
Oh, I guess it has the foot switch parts.
Yeah. We got.
But they're just...
Ooh, we got some.
Another miss.
Okay,
Oh,
so
some
center
up.
notes, yeah.
Johnny Cage pulling ahead.
You gotta have the technique to be able to do the center.
Yeah, super easy just to get a miss from accidentally standing on the center panel.
Or just a great, for sure. As we saw with John.
So it looked like
Catching up again. We're getting close.
looks like Johnny Cage had just started playing again
That's-
just last year after about 15 years of not playing.
Yeah, looks like Cheesecake is not ready for foot switches. John takes it.
We'll see Cheesecake again in a few minutes here. And we'll see Johnny Cage going up against the winner of Zozan and Gia, which is happening, I believe, right now on another cabinet.
Jaw's really good. It's my fault I trained him too much on Wild the other night.
All right. Well, my commentary duties are up. Zom has been braked. We can bring Zom back in. Oh, is Zom not playing already? Oh, gotcha. Should I stay on? If he's warming up, let him warm up.
So we have here Ender Steve versus who's the other one?
Kirsten.
Okay. Is it Kren? Ender Steve's a local. Was here last Red October.
Well, his yeah, it says Kren on there, but I think like he comes from like ITG or DDR where he's called Kirsten.
Well, no, I just get to leave you two alone. Have fun. Have commentate. Here. You got a third commentator in my stead.
Okay. Or yeah, is he on the sheets? I don't know.
Yeah, so Kirsten or Kren has Step Maniacs at home. So did have to travel in though, not local.
Right, Denver. He told me that. Yep. He drove here. That's right. I remember. He told me he drove here.
So we have the first song here being What Love Feels Like. Neither of them protected that one. So sometimes the strategy is to keep your protect for maybe later in the match, depending on how the match is starting. Yeah, Ender Steve likes to use the beat mod. He's always used it, and it helps him keep the beat. Both players maintaining their gold combo, or is it yellow combo? It's yellow. The gold combo is the highest one.
I call it white, okay?
White combo.
What up, everybody?
Well, this what they have is yellow.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if they have all the perfects, I call it white.
Right. That's me. It's your
There's
boy
also
Zom.
a white combo after you get a miss, though.
That's
It's just white.
That's like an empty combo. That's not a combo. You ain't got no combo. Anyway, it's me back. I'm back here, back on the mic, providing some
Alright.
zomentary.
I believe that'll
Ooh, Northern
that'll
Lights.
do it
That's
for
one of my
me for
favorites.
now.
Play Northern Lights, guys.
They're going to Pink Dinosaur, which makes sense. It's Kryn's pick, or it's Kryn's Protect.
I'll be back in about an hour.
Oh, you're heading out?
Yes, I am.
Sounds good. Everybody say bye to Word.
By word.
By word.
All right, Pink Dinosaur. Fairly straightforward. I'm trying to remember what,
Yeah.
if anything, there's interesting about
Once I
Pink
get a
Dinosaur?
100, I don't play it anymore. So I don't know.
Well, I have yet to get 100%, and I still can't remember anything about Pink Dinosaur. There are some like crossovers. They're pretty vanilla though. Nothing too crazy, I thought, in the 19 level.
Yeah, I think it's pretty basic.
There's a bit of syncopation and a little bit of like pickup gallops like that, but I mean these mine pits, you're not really gonna hit them unless you're doing something really wonky.
Yeah, they were just trying out the mine pits.
They were just figuring out, what we got all these types of notes. What can we use them for?
Because this has definitely been in the game a long time.
Yep, Pink Dinosaur is one of those classic old tracks. And I think it was actually was it in like one of the older DDR mixes?
Yes, this is a DDR song, yes.
Probably from fourth mix. Everything's from fourth mix. Yeah, I think this part is the only interesting part. Those little 16th verse.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
one
and the
lift,
lift.
one lift.
Can't forget that lift. They
Yeah.
were kind of like freaked out about it there. But yeah, Ender Steve taking that one. 99 clean, nice. Both getting in a little early somewhere, almost in the same place of the song.
Yeah.
But
I get the pen Hey,
all right, Jacqueline's here on the mic. How's it going?
it's going. How are you guys?
Good. We're just checking out this match here between Corinne and Ender Steve.
Or are they going
Yep.
towards... Oh wait.
They're going somewhere. Is it in? No.
Are they going to Northern Lights?
Northern Lights.
Wow, I mean, hopefully Kirshen knows this song. It's my favorite, but I don't recommend it if you don't know it, since it has foot switches and rhythms.
Right. Yes. It's a fairly easy 21 compared to like most 21s because the rhythms are kind of straightforward. It has a little bit of syncopation here and there, and it has like that one section where there's like the swing gallops, the
Yeah. I love it.
For what it won't though, from looking at the webcam, I think they're actually being friendly and sharing the team. Like I see him doing like the little foot with thing on their hand.
I
So
actually
think,
tried to play this one after I got the 100, since I love it.
oh, he's been doing the wave thing. I don't even know what you call it.
Ender Steve does beat.
Yeah.
He said it helps him keep the rhythm, especially for songs that have like quiet sections. I think the beginning of this song is kind of quiet, but you got the sax, and you just dance to the sax, and that's all you need. Ooh, and the lifts.
Yeah.
Not tripping up either player yet, though.
Well, actually, a trip up and the Steve is not with a miss, but he got a grade during that
yeah,
section.
that's true.
Yeah.
Ender Steve done early at some point.
And the foot switch coming up soon. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, and they're unmarked, so you just gotta know that they're happening.
Yep.
Alright, so it's like Kirshen does know.
That's good. I mean, it does. It flows nicely, So it's one of those kinds of patterns that you could sight read
Yep. I have
if you have enough experience with the game.
I have double step these before. So they're doable double step.
It's doable, double step.
Wow.
All right, Corinne taking that
look
one.
at- Yep.
Nice.
On a no bar too.
Very nice, very nice. Yep, getting that match a little bit closer. That's what we like to see. But now it's Ender Steve's pick, and so let's see what he'll choose. He could choose his Protect of Down Low, and that one's definitely you don't want to be sight reading that one because it's got some stuff. Are we going there?
Are you still donating $20 if they do the hand?
I am still donating for people who
He is
doing
don't know.
down
for
low.
his pick.
We're doing it.
Let's see if they
Alright.
do the hand.
So any hand or spin that is done on stream every instance. If there's 2 players and they both go down, that's 2 instances. I am donating $20 to the Matcherino. I think we're at $80 right now because somebody yesterday Pilot picked
with
it
Galactical.
You gotta do the hands.
You got on that song.
I feel like
that one is not a choice.
I feel like if you're doing no bar though, going down for the hand is probably pretty difficult.
I mean, at least you don't have to like let go.
one hand,
Ender,
two hand.
Ender.
And you're doing the hands. That's 2 instances right there already. Very nice. Yeah, I think most of the rest of this. Ooh, hands. He's not going. Oh, that's 3.
Instant.
My
Wow.
wallet. Yeah, I think the rest of the song is fairly straightforward. It has some like crossovers and those bursts, and a little bit of like tricky middle button kind of things, but
Yeah, and then the little,
them bursts.
I would just call it a buzz, like a very tricky rhythm, I would
But
say.
as you can see, actually doing hands costs you, so that's why no one does that.
Yep, Kryn with about a 3,000 point lead. Yep, taking it cleanly over Ender Steve.
I think it's actually kind of like sportsmanship to do that, especially when you're already ahead. So now you both get to play one more.
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
fun.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kryn's timing was just a little bit more locked in. It's kind of a slow song, so it's really easy to rush. And we saw Ender Steve rush in there.
Yep.
So that means we get to see a song 5. I love song 5s. So each player will get to eliminate one of the songs left between 2 Night, Moonstone, and Fade Out, and whatever remains, they gotta play.
Oh, they took none. Okay. They took 2 nights
2
out.
nights gone. Let's see.
I don't think I played either Moonstone or Fade Out before.
Yeah, Moonstone is fairly slow, but it's got some streamy stuff. Fade Out is a lot trickier.
Yeah.
It's not the hardest 21,
Mhm.
but it's definitely got some stuff in there.
Yeah.
Do you remember much about Fade Out?
It's just got
21?
like some streams you gotta hit. It starts as a slow down,
Right, yeah.
so you gotta be good at the slow down, but it's short. But then the streams are pretty legit.
Yeah, going 174. That is no joke. That's some fast streams right there.
Yep. It looked like they slowed down there too. At 87.
Yep. All right. Well, let's see who locks in better.
I would be scared to do these streams no bar.
Me too.
Yeah, it has a little bit of like upbeat 8th notes in addition to the bursts. Moving the stream.
Wow. Friend.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I guess the rolls, but you just have to hit it when you on breaks. But it looks like maybe he's not familiar with that.
Right. Yeah.
So you just totally get off of it and hit the stream, but then you come back to hitting it, and it's enough hits.
Ooh, Ender Steve getting a miss there. Giving a little bit more of a lead to Kryn.
Actually, it's really amazing that Kren playing the snowball.
Oh yeah.
Doing all the roll and stuff.
Yeah, anybody who plays no bar at the wild level has to be respected because it is no joke doing these fast bursts and these streams at 170. Look at him go, dude. Look at him go.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Legit streams.
That is legit, dude.
Even yeah.
Yeah, he's got a huge lead over Ender Steve. About 5,000 points.
Oh no,
Nice.
But yeah, great performance on that song.
Holy crap, what a match. Yeah, I think Ender Steve's a little bit gassed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff to Ken. Kren going 3-2 over Intersteve, moving on in the bracket.
Yeah.
Going to fight Ditz. Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket here. This is the Indigo division, which isn't the match we just saw, but we still have No Switch, No Problem versus Obby, and then Miko versus the winner of those. Looks like Jia took it 3-0 over Miko in winners finals, so Jia will be moving on to Blue Division, and the winner of Miko versus whoever the winner of loser semifinal is will move on to the Blue Division as well on the loser side.